The anomaly begins here. Look closely at how the ultra-wealthy manage their money. You will notice a strange pattern. They almost never sell their most valuable investments to fund their lifestyle. They do not liquidate assets to buy new ones. They do not trigger taxable events. Instead, they use a quiet, mechanical pipeline. A system that transforms paper wealth into untaxed, liquid cash. In institutional finance, this sequential system has a name: the buy, borrow, die framework. It is often misunderstood as a loophole. It is not magic, it is architecture. It is a precise sequence of actions designed to separate liquidity from taxation. And it operates on a very specific set of rules. Step 1. You build the engine. This requires the consistent deployment of capital into appreciating assets over a period of years. Broad market index funds, high-quality real estate, hard assets. You buy and you hold. Eventually, this portfolio carries a substantial gain. But that gain remains unrealized. The IRS only taxes realized events, selling. By refusing to sell, you establish the bedrock rule of this mechanism. You never voluntarily interrupt compound interest. You never trigger a taxable event prematurely. The wealth exists on paper. It is locked, but it is growing. You are building the foundation of the machine. Step 2. You pledge the asset. You take your portfolio balance to a broker. They assess the risk of your holdings and offer a securities-backed line of credit, an SBLOC. They typically offer a borrowing limit of 50 to 70% against the portfolio. You retain total ownership of your shares. They continue compounding. They continue paying dividends. You have not sold a single share, but you have successfully attached a liquid pipeline to your locked capital. The asset is no longer just a savings vehicle. It is now collateral. Step 3. You extract the capital. You have a requirement in the real world. Funding a new business. Buying commercial real estate. Bridging a massive lifestyle expense. Cash is deposited directly into your checking account. It carries zero tax liability. Under the United States tax code, loan proceeds are not considered income. By drawing from the credit line instead of selling stock, you legally bypass the capital gains tax, a tax that would otherwise destroy 15 to 20% of your wealth instantly. The cash is in your hands, entirely untaxed. Step 4. You capture the spread. You must measure the interest rate of the credit line against the long-term growth rate of your pledged portfolio. This is where the math works in your favor. The market grows at an historical average of 8 to 10%. The floating loan rate costs perhaps 5%. The debt is mathematically paying for itself over a long time horizon. You are capturing the yield arbitrage, the spread between the cost of capital and the rate of compounding. Your wealth grows faster than your debt. You are profiting from the difference. Step 5. You let time do the work. Decades of macroeconomic inflation slowly erode purchasing power. This destroys the traditional cash saver, but it secretly benefits the borrower. The real inflation-adjusted burden of your debt continuously shrinks. You extracted valuable dollars today. You are slowly servicing the interest with devalued dollars tomorrow. Time and inflation are no longer your enemies. They are structural advantages. They are quietly shrinking your obligations while your assets continue to inflate in value. Step 6. The transition. This occurs at the end of the investor's life. The estate transfers to the heirs. This activates a vital provision in the tax code, the step-up in basis. This rule automatically resets the cost basis of all inherited assets to their current market value on the exact day of passing. A lifetime of accumulated unrealized capital gains is instantly wiped off the ledger. The tax burden simply vanishes. The slate is wiped clean, legally and permanently. Step 7. The loop closes. The heirs take possession of the newly stepped-up portfolio. They also inherit the outstanding debt attached to it. They sell a small fraction of the portfolio to clear the balance entirely. Because of the step-up in basis, this sale is completely tax-free. The remaining millions are kept intact. Liquid capital was extracted and enjoyed. The core assets never stopped compounding. And zero capital gains taxes were paid across 2 generations. That is the true architecture of wealth. That is how the system actually works.